My name is Alekia Rajanella, and on behalf of the Alameda County Junior Commission on the Status of Women, I'd like to thank you for joining us at our free online self-defense workshop for girls and women. As a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo, I'd like to share some of my self-defense skills with you. In this video, we will be demonstrating some simple yet practical self-defense techniques for you to protect yourself in a risky situation. You won't be learning how to fight, but rather how to defend yourself and get away from an attacker. We will be going over some personal safety tips at the end of this video, after some demonstrations. Each of the following techniques should be practiced with a partner. First, we'll go over some of the basics, like how to strike. The nose and face area are delicate. So, for example, if a stranger grabs your hand, raise your other hand, pull your fingers back, and strike in the nose. If your attacker is larger than you, then try to hurt them in sensitive areas like the face or the groin. Now we're going to practice yelling. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but try to step out of your comfort zone. Count to 3 and yell as loudly as you can. Now some words of caution and advice. Number 1, don't panic and remember to react quickly and with full force. Number 2, be careful not to hurt your partner or whoever you're practicing with. But when you're in actual danger, don't hesitate to hurt your attacker enough to get away. Number 3, as we mentioned before, yell loudly to get attention. When compared to a higher pitched scream, a lower yell can be heard from a greater distance. Now we're going to do our first demo. Here's a simple technique to use to get away if a stranger grabs your wrists. Move your hands towards the outside in a small circle and push away in the direction of your attacker's stomach. Our next technique is to protect yourself if someone swings at you. And now, in slow motion. As their arm comes towards you, use your forearms to block their arm. One hand at their forearm and one hand above the elbow. Wrap your hand around their neck, pull them down, grab their wrist, and strike with your knee at their stomach or groin. This next demo shows what to do if someone chokes you. Here's the technique in normal speed. And now, in slow motion. If the attacker has their hands around your neck, bring your left hand over both their hands and grab their left wrist. Now, use your elbow to push down their elbow. This keeps them off balance. Now bring your other hand over in a big circle, twisting your body. Now use your elbow to strike in their face or nose area. This next technique is a defense against the bear hug, or if someone grabs you unexpectedly from behind. First, we'll do the technique in normal speed. Now, in slow motion. If someone grabs you from behind, trying to struggle with your arms or kicking will just make you lose balance and won't be of much help. Instead, drop down, bending your knees and pushing your elbows up, like this. This creates space between you and your attacker's hold. Now, use your hand or your elbow to strike the groin or another sensitive area. Now this next demo shows what to do if someone pushes or shoves you aggressively. First, in normal speed. And now, in slow motion. If someone pushes you, cross your arms and use the crux of this cross to bring down their elbow. This brings them off balance. Now use your back leg, bring up your knee, and strike them in the groin or stomach area. Now we'll go over some personal safety tips. Always be alert and aware of your surroundings and the people around you, and watch out for locations that make you vulnerable to crime, like alleys and dark parking lots. Also, it is important to educate yourself concerning crime prevention tactics, which you are doing by watching this video. It's a good idea to learn the techniques we just showed you, in case you need them, but the best thing to do would be to avoid a bad situation in the first place. So whenever possible, try to travel with a friend and stay in well-lit areas. Avoid alleys and dark places where someone could hide. Walk confidently and at a steady pace. When you're on a bus, sit as close to the bus driver as possible and stay alert and aware of what's happening around you. If someone bothers you, change seats and tell the driver. For those of you with a driver's license, these personal safety tips might come in handy. park in well-lit areas, and if you think you're being followed, drive to a public place. When walking to your car, hold your key in your hand so that the sharp point sticks out between your fingers. If someone attacks you, then you have a way to defend yourself. Hopefully, you'll never have to use what you just learned, but we hope that these techniques will make you more confident and aware of your personal safety. Thank you for joining us.